Arithmetic operators and numeric procedures. Okay, this first one's all common sense, where it's a plus b, a minus b, a times b, a over b. It's literally just what it says. You know, it's dividing, it's adding, whatever it is. Okay, so say I had something where it was like a is 3 and b is 2, and then I wanted to display a plus b. Okay, 5 would be the output on this. Now, say I didn't have the display here. Say this was gone. Say I didn't have this, but I just had a plus b. Believe it or not, nothing would actually output on this. There would be no output because you didn't display anything. The computer is the most literal person you'll ever meet in your entire life. Okay? It will only do what it's told in the exact way that it's told. There's no gray area. Okay, like humans can understand sarcasm or like tone inflections on your voice, where sometimes you don't really mean what you say because you're kind of kidding or you're being passive aggressive or something like that. The computer is very literal. It's not going to display it in its memory. A plus b is 5, but it's not going to display it to the user. Okay, so this right here is just going to be 5, but not displaying anything if there's no display. Okay, if you are used to other programming languages, you might be used to like print displays. Print is the same thing as display, like in some of the programming languages we've done. Okay, but for display, this is the CSP markup language. It's what AP uses. It's the made-up language. That's what they use as display. But again, you can use this reference sheet, so you don't have to memorize everything. You can always look there. Add, subtract, multiply, divide, pretty standard. Okay, mod is where it gets a little confusing because some of you probably don't even really know what a modulus is, because it's not really covered in math classes. Parts of it are, in a way, I guess you can say, are covered in the math class, like the concept is, but you probably never heard of the word before. But I'm gonna try to explain it to you. Now, it's kind of explained over here as well, but again, it's kind of, I feel like it's better for me to explain it. So I'm gonna erase all of this. Again, maybe write this down. Okay, let's just say A is 3. 3 is my favorite number, so I always use 3. And B is 2, okay? If you were going to display A mod B, what this does is it outputs whatever the remainder is if you did long division, okay? So if you actually did 3 divided by 2, if you remember long division. If you don't remember long division, I'm going to show you another way of doing this. But if you did 3 divided by 2 with long division, you have to think, how many times does 2 go into 3? So you put a 1 here, it goes into it 1 time, and then you have to put a 2 here and subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. That's the remainder because you can't divide that out. So the remainder here is 1. The answer for this, A mod B, would be 1. It's whatever the remainder is, okay? The example they use is 17 mod 5. If you do 17 divided by 5, well, this will go into it 3 times, and then you get 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract that off is 2. 2 can't go into the 5, so your remainder is 2. So 17 mod 5, 17 mod 5 is equal to 2. Okay, so it's whatever the remainder is here. Say you did not want to do the long division. I'm going to show you another way. Say you were doing, it's A mod B. That's 3 divided by 2. What you could do if you wanted is just do 3 divided by 2 like this, and then write it as a mixed fraction. So 3 divided by 2 is 1 and 1/2. Okay, this 1 right here is actually the remainder. Okay, so A mod B would still print out that 1. It's whatever's up there. Okay, that's actually what the remainder is, in case anyone cares. So if you did 17 divided by 5, so 17 mod 5, this would be equal to 3 and 2/5. That 2 would be the answer. So it's whatever's up there. So if you don't like the long division remainder thing, then you could just look at whatever's up there. Okay. That is our mod. Random, it says a random between A and B. It just literally does a random number between 2 numbers. Okay. So if you were going to display random between, I'm going to do 1 and 5. This can display, one of the times you run it, it might be a 2, and then another time it might be a 3, and then another time it might be a 5. Another time it might be another 5. Another time it might be a 4. Either way, it's always going to be between 1 and 5 inclusive. So it's between 1 and 5, but it also includes 1 and 5. So the possibilities can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so between 1 and 5, but also including 1 and 5 as well. Okay, it does say that here. So random 1, 3, it could return a 1, 2, or a 3.